voice. Full artillery, lethal weapon here. No, my biggest thing was get the dog away from the moose. Next thing I know, the moose stops, the dog's gone, and like, oh, all's well. That worked. I used my mom voice.
We all know that mom voice. The moose, it did make a move.
He did take a forward swipe at Pixel, but Pixel was already moved off.
But Pixel cleared the scene and was safely off. And Catherine?
And I was surprised the moose just stopped. I'm like, whoa.
Everett wasn't surprised the moose stopped.
I can probably look at him and say no better, right? Because I'm used to saying no to him.
Ah, love. It's knowing when to say, whoa.
No! Are you yelling at me or the moose?
Let's not forget the patented mom finger pointing.
I just said, that really did it.
This is it.
Yeah.
So Pixel is the picture of a pampered pooch. What did we learn?
You can yell at animals and it can work. I don't know.
Maybe we learned what Mama says Moose does. And that's...
Hey! No!
My yard, my rules.
the all good news.
And the Robins say Pixel is doing fine and has recovered from that brief scare. They say they are more worried when Pixel goes out about hawks and eagles because he is so tiny. I wasn't too worried about the dog. The little dogs can move a lot faster than you think they can.
but moose are famously cranky.
Yes.
I think we need to check in, see if the husband's okay. All right, just kidding, but whoa. Anyways, well done. Mom voice. My mom didn't use her mom voice very much. It was my dad's voice.
My mom, one time, she would go back and think about how her parents scolded her.
Oh, okay.
And so one time she called one of my siblings her name. She said, Tracy. And she was like, no, that's me.
Wow.
Because she was thinking
She really
back.
put herself into her mother's shoes.
Yeah.
Like, really? Wow. All
Yeah.
right. I'm sure she felt bad.
I'm sure. I think we all laugh about it.
Okay, well, good. Let's all laugh about, well, not our weather, because it's a little wet out there and a little foggy. All of your forecasts coming right up.
Plus, the latest on the search for a gunman who opened fire on a loss prevention officer last night at the Valley Mall in Union Gap. Also, the Granger police chief is suing the city after he says he was fired by the mayor for what he says was just doing his job. And the Yakima organization wants to honor the homeless who have died this last year, but the list of people is raising questions, and find out why it hit close to home for one of our staff. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. It's 6:02 on this Tuesday morning. 6:02 Tuesday.
6:02 Tuesday. There you go.
Yes, very exciting. Riley, how are you this morning?
Doing great. A little sleepy this morning.
Yes. Tuesday's a little tough for us, but that's all right. And again, we had a little bit of rain showers. I'm sure you saw some rain on your way in.
Yeah.
It was great.
I don't like too much rain.
Right.
But just a little sprinkle is nice.
Okay, it is nice.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
The nice smell of the rain.
Yes. Yes, the ozone, which we're getting, and a little bit of fog out there as well, folks. Let's take a look outside. Let me get you ready for your Tuesday, and we are wet out there, so keep an eye out for slick conditions. We are luckily just above that freezing mark. Mostly rain, but we did see a little bit of rain-snow mix falling, so just get ready for just a little bit of, again, shower activity. We have another push coming through the Yakima Valley. Looks like we could be done for the Tri-Cities and Pendleton, Walla Walla areas, except for maybe a quick spritz along into our day. So more dryness on the way for your afternoon. I really don't just very slight chance of some early afternoon showers for Yakima. Most likely we'll see it start to dry up, and the rest of our areas will be much drier, though we expect quite a bit of cloud coverage to be sticking around, but we are going to be warmer. We're going to be in the mid to lower 40s today across the board, so 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we saw just yesterday. So rain to rain snow mix this morning, warming trend on the way, and a drier afternoon. Let me get you ready for that in your holiday weekend. My first alert weather forecast is coming up in about 10 minutes.
The hunt continues for a gunman who got away after a shooting at the Valley Mall in Union Gap last night. Authorities are looking for this man. Take a look at him and see if you can identify him and help authorities track him down. Authorities say the man in these photos is responsible for shooting a loss prevention officer who was trying to allegedly stop him from shoplifting. He's described as a man between the ages of 25 and 30 with slicked back hair and possibly a ponytail. Authorities say he also has a teardrop tattoo below his eye. Authorities say the loss prevention officer was shot in both wrists and is expected to be okay, but they need your help in finding the suspect. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell was on scene and spoke with Union Gap Police Chief Greg Cobb.
According to Chief Cobb, a man walked into the Macy's store at the Valley Mall just after 6 p.m., grabbed merchandise, and walked out of the store into the mall area without paying.
They walked out of the main entrance into Macy's into that northeast corridor. That's where the fight ensued.
Because Cobb said the suspect pulled out a gun and fired at least 2 shots at the Macy's loss prevention officer who was trying to stop him, then ran out the doors.
The only 2 people present there were the suspect and the loss prevention officer and 1 bystander.
But the shots heard across the mall, shoppers calling 911 and running. The loss prevention officer struck by at least one of those shots and sent to the hospital. The mall shut down for the night and the suspect still on the run. Police posting screenshots of the surveillance video and asking for your help to identify him. Reporting in Union Gap, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And if you have any information, please call the Union Gap Police Department. Every year, Yakima Neighborhood Health Services, in partnership with the Homeless Network of Yakima County, holds a candlelight vigil for people who died without a home in the past year. They've done it annually for the past 19 years on National Homeless Persons Memorial Day on December 21st, to remember people who may not have been remembered by many people, but who deserve to be recognized, and to bring awareness to the extent of the problem and what needs to be done to solve it, so no more people die without a home.
We know of 69 as of today. We know that there are people that we don't know of, but we will be saying the names of the 69 who we do know the names of.
Those names will be read at the Candlelight Vigil at 5 p.m. on Thursday at Millennium Plaza, across from the Capitol Theater. Nearly 70 people experiencing homelessness in Yakima County dead in just 1 year seems like a lot, and it is, which is why Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell sat down with YNHS CEO Rhonda Hauff to get a closer look at how they come up with those numbers.
When they talk about that list, they say it's people who died without a permanent place to call home. But it's not an accurate count of how many homeless people died in the past year, which is about 10, according to the Yakima County coroner. What the list actually covers is people who died in the last year and had accessed homeless services in Yakima County at some point in their lives. Information that comes from the State Department of Commerce's Homeless Management Information System and is double-checked with the person's emergency contact.
But we do everything we can to verify their status, that they have lived and participated in the homeless system.
But sometimes there are mistakes.
How certain are you that the people on that list have experienced homelessness at some point in their life?
I'm certain.
I'm asking because when I went through the list, one of the names on that list was my great-grandma, Randall Kilpatrick.
Okay.
And I confirmed with multiple family members that she at no point in her life has ever been homeless. And she also did have multiple homes, multiple places to go. She had, a home, she had an assisted living facility, and then she died at Cottage in the Meadow, surrounded by her loved ones. So,
well, then we should look her up and find out how she got on the list.
I was told it was a clerical error that would be retracted and my great-grandma's name removed from that list. But even when all the names do meet the criteria, it's a number that some service providers, like Camp Hope Director Mike Kay, say doesn't account for the actual death toll of homelessness.
To put those names on that list and then lead the public to believe that they're dying on our streets when they're not dying on our streets at that high of a rate. I'm aware of 2 that are on the list that were not homeless when they passed. And to me, that's irresponsible.
Despite the errors, Kay says the intent behind the candlelight vigil is good.
I think it's a great intent to put people on a list, to celebrate them so that they are remembered. I think that's very noble. But again, I think it's irresponsible when we put people on the list and we lead the public to believe that we've double-checked and triple-checked, spoke to family members.
The Yakima County Coroner's Office keeps track of homeless deaths in the county. I spoke to Jim Curtis today, and he says that the number of homeless people who have died in the county so far this year is at about 10. Reporting in Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
An employee at Comprehensive Healthcare Waypoint in College Place is dead after being found in a bathroom at the facility. Authorities say it appears the employee died of a fentanyl overdose. Emergency crews were called to the facility just before 1 p.m. Friday after it was reported an employee was found unresponsive in the bathroom. The employee was a 34-year-old woman from College Place. Authorities say they found drug paraphernalia and residue near the body of the woman and evidence of fentanyl use. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, there are ways to get help. We have links for those resources on applevalleyNewsNow.com. The city of Granger is facing legal action over claims city officials, including the mayor, were negligent in the handling of a sexual harassment investigation into a Granger police officer. In one tort claim, a precursor to a lawsuit filed by the victim, she says she was pressured into a sexual relationship with Officer Glenn Trejo after he responded to her 911 call about a suspicious vehicle following her. She says the city was negligent in their investigation and response. That's because, according to the second tort claim from former police chief Steve Araguz, when he found out what was happening, he says he tried to put the officer on leave pending investigation. The mayor told him no and ended up firing Araguz in retaliation instead.
When the police take that step to actually police themselves, that should be applauded and encouraged. It should never be punished, ever. And that we will hold the bad actors accountable here.
According to the claims, Araguz helped the victim get an order of protection against the officer, which the judge granted for 10 years. Now the city has 60 days to respond to the claims or end up fighting a lawsuit in court. We'll have a follow-up on this story from Emily tonight at 5 and 6. Republican Congressman Dan Newhouse is set to visit the Yakima area today, stopping to visit several organizations as they help people prepare for the holidays. Newhouse says he's going to be meeting with the United Way of Central Washington to discuss community activities and opportunities for the upcoming year. He'll also make a stop in Union Gap and serve lunch with Meals on Wheels. He also wants to take an opportunity to spend time with senior citizens. Newhouse will also stop by White Swan and take a look at job training opportunities with Swan Graphics. We'll return in just a moment, but first Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at the weather.
We have a wet and foggy morning, but we have warmer temperatures to talk about, and we do expect to see less rain by our afternoon. I'll get you ready in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
And Google is paying out over $500 million in settlement that could benefit you, that you could benefit from. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Before it went through decades of design work, your mattress started with the most important detail of all, our name. Stearns & Foster, Uncover Exceptional.
Mattress Depot USA. Whitman Hill Winery, creating highly sought-after wines from our estate-grown vineyard. Our wine club is the gift that gives all year long. With wine shipped to your door, complimentary tastings, invites to special events, and more. Whitman Hill Wine Club. Join the family and watch us grow.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anilari, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anilari's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anilari Winery today.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now $29,999. Plus, get 4.75% interest for up to 48 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $40 on the HSA 45 battery hedge trimmer. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
In your business headlines this morning, Google agreed to pay $700 million to states and consumers to settle an antitrust lawsuit. The Justice Department and dozens of states accused the company of abusing its dominance in online search. They say Google allegedly harmed competition through deals with wireless carriers and smartphone makers to make Google search their default or exclusive option. According to the settlement, about $630 million will go to a fund to benefit about 102 million consumers. Well, it's the final countdown. It's the countdown to the final holidays of 2023. Why this means you'll be seeing a lot more of our law enforcement hitting the streets. And Jason Valentine will return with a look at your first alert weather forecast. More Good Morning Northwest when we return after this.
George and Heidi use Verizon for their mobile service. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. Both couples have 2 lines and both get unlimited data and nationwide 5G. But there's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more.
That's too much. Way too much. Plus taxes.
And fees. With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. All with no added taxes and no hidden fees. Start saving way more. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today. Dan and Tina save big. Over $1,500 in savings.
Really?
Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, and they get reliable coast-to-coast service with a connection they can count on. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free for a year. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
There's still time to save with Bi-Mart's latest Christmas savings book posted at BuyMart.com. There's 20 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for the holidays. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Here's a great way to get outside in winter and burn some calories at the same time.
It's really fun, and you just get be outside and you get to go in the snow.
Snowshoeing. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Another fatal crash on
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side.
Want $500? It's Santa's Big Give from Coca-Cola of Yakima and Tri-Cities. To enter, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. $500. Santa's Big Give from Coca-Cola of Yakima and Tri-Cities and applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Season's greetings from everyone at Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Quite a bit of wetness out there, but most of the rain showers have moved on, at least for the Mid-Columbia and for Walla Walla, Pendleton, even though we could see a straggler shower or two. Still seeing quite a bit of scattered showers for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish. That could continue for the next couple of hours. Let's take a look at our winter weather advisory. That's good until 1 p.m. today. By the end, by this afternoon, snow around an inch since yesterday. Also, ice is possible. So if you're traveling into the Cascades, do take care. It is a little bit slick. So futurecast as we move into our afternoon, or at least our middle morning, we're going to see a little bit more shower activity coming through the Yakima, Ellensburg areas, and pretty much drying up, though maybe a quick spritz or two for the Mid-Columbia into our evening hours. By Wednesday, we're going to clear up, but so much fog is in our areas, we may not be able to see that sunshine. Same case for Thursday, as we're just not seeing a lot of movement in our wind. So visibility right now, 10% visibility Walla Walla, 0% in Pendleton. Give yourself some extra time. Other than that, the rest of our cities are between 50 and 70% visibility. So quite a bit of fog out there, and fog will be with us tomorrow and Thursday at least, and most likely into our weekend. So expect for you travelers for the holiday that you're going to run into some fog at some point. So our wind speeds, we are remaining light, and my goodness, we're remaining light for the week ahead, even into, well, Christmas Day itself. So again, quite a bit of fog is going to be sticking with us. So our currents, luckily, we are just above that freezing level with the shower activity that's come through. Do expect those slick conditions at times. So fog and slick roads, again, isn't a great combination. So be careful out there. Give yourself some extra time. For the week ahead, though, we are looking for at least the next 5 days above our average. Then we'll be below our average by the time we get to Christmas Eve Day and Christmas Day itself next week. So just get ready for, again, what we've been seeing. Lower 40s, upper 30s. Winter solstice, hey, it's 2 days away, Thursday evening. Christmas Day, 6 days away. New Year's Day, 13 days away. It's just all coming at us quick. So today, our highs mid to lower 40s. We're 5 to 10 degrees above where we were yesterday as we're warming up, and we're going to stay at these temperatures for the next couple of days at least. So just let's get ready. 51, by the way, in Pendleton. So 7-day forecast, more fog for Yakima through Thursday. Could see some shower activity Friday, and then looking nice for your holiday weekend. Overnight lows taking a dip late Friday night. In the Tri-Cities area, lower 40s for our highs, overnight lows below the freezing mark starting on your weekend, but nicer conditions expected for our holiday weekend. Again, fog really taking over for at least our work week. Shower activity likely on your Friday, and then things settling down into, well, December 23rd, Saturday, and Christmas Eve Day, and Christmas Day itself. For today, most of the shower activity is over despite some straggling showers, and it might persist for the next couple of hours, Ellensburg, Yakima area. But we should see drier conditions by our afternoon with quite a bit of cloud coverage, and fog just doesn't look to be releasing itself until maybe we get to our weekend, but winds staying light. But hey, we are warmer today.
With less than 1 week left until Christmas, many people are going to be hitting the roads to be with family and friends. Last year, more than 700 people died on Washington roads, and more than half of those involved drugs or alcohol. That's why for the next 2 weeks, authorities will be adding emphasis patrols and searching for those driving under the influence. Last year, the Washington Traffic Safety Commission saw an all-time high in road deaths. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, several GOP candidates on the presidential ticket are making their way to Iowa today, and what you can expect to see. We'll be right back.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Come home for the holidays. Step into a world of enchantment at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, where Santa's Workshop is open for the season, laden with over $90,000 on Santa's special list of cash and prizes, with more chances to win every week in December. Join us every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for a winter wonderland of over $10,000 in cash and prizes starting at 6 p.m. Start earning your holiday entries today. More winners, more often. From your Wild Horse family.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities, a fantastic local nonprofit that serves kids and adults with developmental disabilities, to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts, we'd always feed them some kind of really healthy meal like pizza. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our family's lives. Really getting an opportunity to meet these young people that love unconditionally, to be in a relationship with somebody like that has been life-changing for us. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits. So for us, it's really important to get involved, to volunteer, to create a place where everybody's included, support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
In your political news this morning, former President Trump will be heading to Iowa today, and his political rivals Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley won't be far behind. Super PACs supporting Haley and DeSantis have spent millions on television ads trying to tear down the other and emerge as the leading Trump alternative. This comes after a new poll this week showed Haley gaining on Trump and closing the gap to just 15 points. The Iowa caucuses mark the very first contest in the battle to become the 2024 Republican presidential nominee. A new report found that China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba all tried to meddle in the 2022 U.S. midterm elections. According to a declassified assessment released on Monday, foreign government efforts to target the elections last year appeared to grow compared to 2018. The intelligence community claims China specifically tried to influence a handful of midterm races involving members of both U.S. political parties. Overall, the assessment did not study the impact the influence campaigns may have had on the outcome of the 2022 elections. Up next, it's another delay for a major project in the Tri-Cities. The Tri-Cities community will have to wait longer than expected for a mental health and drug addiction treatment center.
Here comes Eli Young Band, live in concert. Friday, February 16th, Legends Casino Hotel, Tompanish. Eli Young Band. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Eli Young Band at Legends Casino Hotel, Tompanish.
George and Heidi use Verizon. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more for their 2 unlimited lines. With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. And with Spectrum, there are no added taxes or hidden fees. Dan and Tina save big, over $1,500 in savings. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Thursday.
It's the iHeartRadio Jingle Ball with performances by Olivia Rodrigo, Niall Horan, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, and the legendary Cher. iHeartRadio Jingle Ball, Thursday, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
Happy holidays from Queensgate Gardens. With family in town, it's time to decorate your tree. Visit Queensgate Gardens today to build your own Christmas ornaments. Tell Santa Claus what's on your list and create holiday memories that will last forever. For this season's holiday cheer, visit Queensgate Gardens.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors, the celebration of life, and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
The savings continue at Bi-Mart with our Christmas Savings Book. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. Brown and Haley Rokas are just $4.99. Members save $2. Idahoan mashed potatoes are 5 for $5. Martinelli Sparkling Cider is 2 for $5. Plus save $4 on Blue Diamond bagged almonds. Member priced at just $4.99. Save more this Christmas season at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
The Recovery Center project in the Tri-Cities has been in the works for years, and it looks like the project has been delayed again. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner with an in-depth report. And an organization in the Tri-Cities is going strong, helping children recover in warmth after experiencing trauma. We'll tell you about Project Linus.
And folks, get ready for some wetness on the ground. We have fog to talk about. I'll get you ready for your holiday weekend. It's coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. Good morning, Riley.
Good morning, Jason.
Oh, it's exciting. We're less than a week away.
Less than a week from Christmas.
Yes, so that's always fun. Hope you have plenty of time off. I hope you're already off for the holiday, but if not, let me get you ready for your day. Even if you're on vacation, you may want to drive somewhere. Let's take a look outside. We do have slick conditions this morning. We are just above the freezing level. An ample amount of rain to rain snow mix has come through our regions. We're just seeing kind of the last little bits and pieces of it. Still could continue for the next couple of hours, Yakima Valley, Ellensburg, but most of the heavier stuff is gone for the day. We still have that winter weather advisory in the mountains, so a little bit more snow there. So showers should come to an end, and by mid-morning at least, we could see just a little bit coming in our early afternoon, but we're going to see drier conditions in our afternoon. Highs mid to lower 40s across the board, as we're much warmer than we have been for the past couple of days. We do have fog we're dealing with this morning, and we also have maybe rain returning by Friday, and more fog on the way this week. So rain to snow mix this morning, warming trend, drier afternoon ahead. I'll get you ready for your, well, Tuesday in my first alert weather forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
The Tri-Cities community will have to wait longer than expected for a mental health and drug addiction treatment center. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner reports plans for the newly renamed Columbia Valley Center for Recovery have been delayed.
So right now we're looking at the end of 2025 to open the doors.
Benton County Deputy Administrator Matt Rasmussen says development plans are making progress, even if it's slower than they had originally hoped.
We are going through what they call a validation phase. So that's where they come in, they take a look at all of the existing conditions, they take a look at what we ultimately want to do with the facility, and they put together a plan, a rough plan, and a cost estimate.
He says the next big step forward should happen around March, and that's when we could start to see some of the construction work actually getting underway.
Once they have a good idea of where they're going to work, they'll want to go in and demolish all of that so that they can look at what they have to work with when they're done. They can do the demolition while we're still working on the design, adjust the design based on what they find, and keep moving those two simultaneously forward.
One of the big updates that this project has gone through since development work started was the county buying this warehouse with plans to turn it into part of the recovery center. Rasmussen says once they're done with the building, you likely won't even recognize it.
The Kennewick Hospital came with a restriction on doing crisis stabilization services there, and so the county decided, like, hey, we need a place that doesn't have that restriction. So that's where we went and ultimately got the warehouse building. It would be significantly redone though. A lot of the masonry blocks, those would be removed. There'd be a lot of windows and doors, and it would not look anything like it currently looks.
At this stage in development, plans are still fairly fluid when it comes to specifics about what services will be offered, where, and when. But Benton Franklin Recovery Coalition Chair Michelle Gerber says this problem is not going away.
We now have about 30 million people in the United States in active addiction. That's almost 1 in 10 Americans. It's really important to get the resources close to home for several reasons. One is that you can get people in a timely manner. They don't have to be on a waiting list for someplace in Seattle or Spokane. So if we have that here, people can go in as soon as they need to go in before the problem gets worse. And another thing is that families can participate. Families can have family classes and education at a local treatment center, whereas they can't if it's far out of town.
The county is working with the Recovery Coalition to make sure that help is accessible in ways that wouldn't be possible without that partnership.
There are going to be things that public money is not allowed to pay for, and we'd like to raise money for those things. Child care is a great example where, the county can't necessarily pay for people's child care, but the Recovery Coalition through their partners could, or transportation or hotel costs, and some of these things that really make the Recovery Center from a nice facility to a great place for people to come and get the services they need. We'd like to have a gymnasium inside the center. We'd also like to have computer rooms where people can learn skills. We want training centers. We also want a family center inside the Recovery Center where families can visit their loved one, receive education, and even bring their children. So we want some play areas and some family lounges, family conference rooms, and private money is going to have to be raised to pay for those.
Benton and Franklin counties have instituted an extra sales tax to fund the Recovery Center's day-to-day operations. For Apple Valley News Now, I'm Alyssa Warner.
This Tri-Cities chapter of Project Linus has a mission of providing comfort to children going through trauma. They began making blankets for children in need back in 2000 and have delivered nearly 45,000 blankets so far. Once a month, members meet at the Richland Public Library, bringing their projects and sewing machines to quilt as a group. While it's mostly Project Linus volunteers that attend the event, it's actually open for anyone wanting to work on a project.
We open it up to anybody, so we just call it Quilting in the Library. So if somebody needs a table to work on, we provide the cutting tables, the irons, so they can come and bring their own machine or knitting needles or crochet hooks and work on anything they like.
People can also choose to work on a project to benefit Project Linus. You can find those details on applevalleynewsnow.com. If your kids tend to bounce off the walls during winter break, complaining of boredom, we've got some easy ways to keep them busy. If you live in a colder climate, you could take your kids snowboarding or skiing or sledding. They could also have fun building a fort, making a snowman, or slinging snowballs. But the real icing on the cake would be baking. Frosting, holiday cookies, or making favorite desserts can be exciting. Other options include arts and crafts, maybe make a holiday gift, get lost in a good book, pull out a puzzle, or try your luck at a board game. Health officials say it could be as simple as getting outside.
Take a break. Everything doesn't have to be educational, but we don't want to spend the whole day looking at a screen or the whole day playing video games either, so trying to find the balance.
Whatever activity you choose, Dr. Robinson says simple structure and a little routine can help make the return to school that much easier. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We have quite a lot of shower activity overnight, so some slick roads. We got some fog as well. I'm going to get you ready for what will prove to be a warmer Tuesday, and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, it's a new movie set to come out this weekend. If you're a fan of wrestling, you won't want to miss this sneak peek. We'll be right back.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
Count on Apple Valley News Now and ABC for the most magical holiday programs ever, including favorites from Disney, plus so much more. Apple Valley News Now holiday shows, proudly sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $87.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2024 Benton Franklin Fair. This package includes a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal, all for only $30. That's a savings of $15. Available now until Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the fair office in Pasco. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
Apple Valley News Now and Jacobs & Rhodes present the Ugly Furnace Contest. Your chance to win a brand new gas furnace. To enter, click on Contests at applevalleynewsnow.com and follow the instructions. The Ugly Furnace Contest from Jacobs & Rhodes and Apple Valley News Now.
Well, a new film in theaters this weekend takes a look at the lives of pro wrestlers, the Von Erich brothers. Rick Damigella says filmmakers didn't have to go far to find fans in and out of the ring.
Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed. Mom tried to protect us with God. Pop tried to protect us with wrestling.
The story of professional wrestling family the Von Erichs is dramatized in The Iron Claw.
Together, we can do anything.
The physical preparation for the movie, needless to say, was intense. For about 7 months, I didn't realize it at the time, but that became the most informative thing that I had on Kevin. I felt the way that I imagined he felt, which was sore, tired, and tight, and like a warrior, man.
I'm scared, man. It all out of control. These men were so loved, and so there were a lot of, like, testimonies of people who had spent time with them, and so yeah, there was a whole lot to go off of getting ready to play them.
It's just gorgeously, confidently shot, and I think incredibly heartbreaking. It's like everybody is trying to do their best, and that is just doesn't always in life work out.
Bonner will forever be the greatest family in the history of wrestling.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
The Iron Claw opens on Friday of this week in theaters nationwide.
And little known fact, our Riley Fitzgerald, she's a big wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, okay, okay. Looks interesting, though. I don't know any of the story, so it's news to me. So anyways, it's coming up this weekend, and I know a lot of folks head off to the theaters. You're going to Aquaman this weekend?
Perhaps. I think it comes out on Sunday night or Monday night. I think Christmas.
All right.
So,
but you're on your way.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, again, I'm just waiting for Dune Part 2 to come out.
Yes, Dune Part 2.
March 1st, I think. Quick look outside. I have your first alert weather forecast that is coming up next.
And we'll be right back with more Good Morning Northwest right after this.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Hi, I'm Dawn Stone, and this is my husband, Randy.
And we built this kitchen.
No, Tim did.
Hi.
You see, our kitchen used to look like this. It just wasn't us. So I went to PAR, and that's where I met Gail, who helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware at the PAR Design Center, and we love the results. So you could say I designed this kitchen.
Yep.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
During the holiday sale at Furniture Row, I could show you one sofa, one table, one mattress, even just one bed. But then you'd miss out on the hundreds of other sofas, tables, beds, mattresses, and accessories that make up Furniture Row's incredible selection and guaranteed lowest prices. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. Shop the holiday sale today, only at Furniture Row.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Whether you celebrate holiday road trips in a Cadillac CT5, promising festive joy around every corner, or unexpected cheer in a Cadillac CT4, this holiday season, Cadillac is celebrating you.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac CT4 and CT5 models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
With all the excitement of the upcoming holiday season, getting into an auto accident is something you can do without. So remember to drive safely, buckle up, and please don't drink and drive. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Quite a bit of wetness out there for all of our areas. We had widespread rain to rain snow mix. Let's take a look at what we're seeing right now. Most of the bulk of it has moved on, but we do see a little bit of scattered showers for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, even less for the Mid-Columbia, though you could see another just little bit. And we do expect one more push coming through the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley areas by mid-morning, and then we should be drying up. Also, winter weather advisory for the eastern slopes of the Cascades. It started yesterday at 1. It's going to end today at 1 o'clock, and they do expect to see an inch of snow during that time period, including some ice. So make sure you keep an eye on current conditions if you're heading over to the west side anytime soon. So in our Futurecast, we're seeing most of it moving on. We do have one more push coming through the, again, like I said, for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish. Then we're going to see quite a lot of cloud coverage in our afternoon, evening, and again, maybe just a little spritz or two. But that will move along. Clear skies for our Wednesday and our Thursday, but that may not matter as fog is going to take a tighter grip as we're heading into the next couple of days. Speaking of fog right now, we have, let's see what we got. We have, looks like a quarter of a mile of visibility in Pendleton. We have a 10% visibility in Walla Walla, 30% in Hermiston, a little bit better the more we go to the west, but still we're dealing with patchy fog throughout our areas, and again, thick fog along the blues, so do take care. Slick conditions and foggy conditions are not a great combo. So wind speeds, they are light again today, and they're going to remain light for the week ahead, even into our Christmas holiday. So just get ready for light winds out there. That means fog and possibly air quality concerns. So temperatures, we are just above the freezing level across the board. Good news, since we do have that wetness on the ground, but still could be very slick in places. Our temperature trend, our highs are going to remain just above our, not the freezing level, but our average for this time of year. A little cooler as we get to Christmas Eve day and Christmas Day itself, but still lower 40s, upper to mid 30s for the week ahead. So winter solstice, just 2 days away. We're almost to the shortest day of the year. Christmas Day, 6 days away. New Year's Day, 13 days away. So let's take a look at our highs. We're in the mid to lower 40s today, so warmer than we saw yesterday, and really mid to lower 40s across the board, except for our hot spot, which is Pendleton at 51. So our 7-day forecast, lower 40s through Saturday, then cooler Sunday and Monday. And that's the case for all of our areas. Also, overnight lows will take a dip into our weekend. We have quite a bit of fog and maybe a little bit of shower activity on Friday. Tri-Cities, same exact story. Looking to be mostly dry for your Christmas Day. So white Christmas doesn't look like a very good chance of that. Overnight lows taking a dip. So pretty much for all of our cities, mid to lower 40s through Saturday, cooling down for Christmas Eve day and Christmas Day itself. For today, foggy conditions yet again, especially for the Blue Mountain region. Most of the rain has moved on, but slick conditions on the road. We expect a little more for the Yakima Valley and Kittitas Valley areas. Get ready for a warmer and drier and cloudier afternoon.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, taking a break from weight loss medication for the holidays.
Unpopular opinion in the semaglutide world.
Julie Stoll-Kelly, who has lost 38 pounds, says she's foregoing the appetite-suppressing semaglutide in favor of feeling less uncomfortably full and fielding fewer questions during festive meals.
What I noticed was I was still able to eat the things that I really wanted to indulge a little bit. I just had to be really conscious about how I was feeling, what I was eating, how fast I was eating it.
Doctors caution there can be side effects.
If a patient skips their medication for 1 to 2 weeks, they might not see those improvements in their hunger and appetite. And so they'll inevitably eat more, and that may contribute to some weight gain.
And we'll have much more on navigating the holidays on weight loss medication coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
COPD hasn't been pretty. It's tough to breathe and tough to keep wondering if this is as good as it gets. But Trelegy has shown me that there's still beauty and breath to be had. Because with 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open and prevents future flare-ups. And with 1 dose a day, Trelegy improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Watts Daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful.
Now, the morning sprint.
All right, folks, we're having a little bit of problems with our mics here. The hunt continues for a gunman who got away after a shooting at the Valley Mall in Union Gap. Authorities are looking for the suspect. Take a look at him right here and see if you can identify him and help authorities track him down. Authorities say the man in these photos is responsible for shooting a loss prevention officer who was trying to allegedly stop him from shoplifting. He's described as a man between the ages of 25 and 30 with slick back hair and possibly a ponytail. Authorities say he also has a teardrop tattoo below his eye. Well, the city of Granger is facing legal action over claims city officials, including the mayor, were negligent in the handling of a sexual harassment investigation into a Granger police officer. In one tort claim, the victim says she was pressured into a sexual relationship with Officer Glenn Trejo after he responded to her 911 call about a suspicious vehicle following her. She says the city was negligent in their investigation and response. Former police chief Steve Araguz says he tried to put the officer on leave, but the mayor disagreed and fired him. We will have a follow-up on this story from Emily Goodell tonight at 5 and at 6. Riley, is your mic working there?
I hope so. Students attending a new school in Kennewick.
Rats. Okay, we're doing our best here, folks, so just stick with us. Sorry there. We're going to fix our mic issue here. Students attending a new school in Kennewick will get their first look at the campus this week. Ridgeview Elementary will hold a family-only open house between 1 and 2 p.m. today. The school opens for students on January 3rd. The new school sports 30 classrooms. It's funded through a voter-approved 2019 Capital Facilities Bond and through the state's Schools Construction Assistance Program. Well, Republican Congressman Dan Newhouse is set to visit Yakima area today, stopping to visit several organizations as they help people prepare for the holidays. Newhouse says he is going to be meeting with the Union Way of Central Washington to discuss community activities and opportunities for the upcoming year. He also will make a stop in Union Gap and serve lunch with Meals on Wheels. He also wants to take the opportunity to spend time with senior citizens. Newhouse will also stop by White Swan and take a look at job training opportunities with Swan Graphics. All right, let's take a look outside. We have plenty of wetness on the ground, so be careful if you're heading out the door for work, school, or hey, if you're just heading out doing some shopping and you have the day off. I hope you do. As we're looking at the rain showers, most of the showers have moved on from this morning. You can see the bulk of it moving on to the northeast. We did have some rain snow mix in the lower elevations of the Blue Mountains, and we've had just scattered rain snow to rain in the Yakima Valley, Ellensburg areas. We do expect to see again a little bit more of a push coming through. So first off, we have a winter weather advisory coming to an end at 1 o'clock today in the eastern slopes of the Cascades. Snow around an inch for that 24-hour period from yesterday at 1 to today at 1, and ice is possible there. If you're heading over to the west side, do check conditions. Let's take a look at that future cast. We have one more push in the middle of our morning going through the Yakima Valley. Then after that, we're going to be seeing cloudy conditions into our afternoon with maybe a spritz or two in the mid-Columbia. We'll see clear skies tomorrow, but that also should be blocked by the fog that we expect for our Wednesday and our Thursday, just like we saw over the weekend. 0% visibility for the Blue Mountain region. We have patchy fog for the rest of our areas. Be careful out there. Fog and slick roads, not a great combination. Wind speeds are light. They're going to remain light for the week ahead, so that means more fog and possibly air quality issues are on the way. Our current temperatures, luckily, we are above the freezing level across the board with that wetness out there. So again, it should be, if we see any more rain, it should be mostly rain. Our highs today quickly are in the mid to lower 40s across the board, and we do expect to see, again, warm conditions for the rest of our work week. So 51 in Pendleton. Hope you have a great Tuesday. Be careful out there. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest.